Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more.
Welcome to another episode of Action Video Game Talk. I'm your host, Scott Action Jackson. Thanks for joining me today, or tonight, or whenever you're watching or listening to this episode. Once again, there's a whole crap ton of news articles to go through, so let's hop right into it. Nintendo of America is now offering the ability to digitally purchase and pre-order select games through the company's website. Once purchased, Nintendo will ask if you want a download code for the 3DS or Wii U game, or to have the title sent directly to your console by signing in with a Nintendo Network ID. Only a select number of games, all of which are first-party published, are on sale on Nintendo's website, such as Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo 3DS, Professor Layton vs. Phoenix Wright, and Hyrule Warriors. In addition, Nintendo has a pre-order option for games not yet out. Like the games on sale, all of them are first-party published titles, including Fantasy Life, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U, Pokemon Omega Ruby version, Pokemon Alpha Sapphire version. The company will send a code once the game launches or download it to your console, similar to the purchase option. However, there isn't a preload option. Now, of course, this bit of news is kind of outdated, because Fantasy Life is out now. But this is a nice idea. I mean, Nintendo is trying to capitalize on the digital web ordering that some other companies are doing. For this, you can go ahead and pre-order some of the games that are coming out, like the Pokemon Omega Ruby and Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, along with the Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. Now, those are going to be probably the most sought-after games listed for pre-orders. Of course, they also have the Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS and the Professor Layton vs. Phoenix Wright game and Hyrule Warriors that you can actually order now and actually have it either downloaded or have a code sent to you where you can download it. So this is a handy little feature for those who want to get these games digitally. Now, me personally, if I want to get these games, I want to get physical games. I want something that I can actually hold. See, that's going to be a downfall for people who have digital copies. If something happens to your system, guess what? You're screwed. But if you have a physical copy of the game, you aren't. Nintendo of America revealed that Pokemon Puzzle Challenge and Pokemon Trading Card Game will launch on the 3DS Virtual Console next month. Pokemon Puzzle Challenge will hit 3DS first on November 6th for $5, followed by Pokemon Trading Card Game on November 13th for $6. Pokemon Trading Card Game already came out for 3DS Virtual Console in Europe. In addition, Nintendo announced that by purchasing either Pokemon game, players would receive a free code for the Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire demo on the receipts while supplies last. This is another one of those cases where the news is a bit of delayed getting out, because as far as I know, the Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire demo is already happening. So, yeah, sorry about this being late. I got a ton of news articles that late. Now, as far as this itself, it's another one of those cases where people who are doing the digital stuff and actually wanting to try out some of these games, some of these older games, will actually get a shot at it. Now, I think both of these were, Game Boy Color games. Now, Pokemon Puzzle Challenge, which is just more or less a little puzzle game, kind of like matching the Pokemon together and stuff like that. They had a puzzle type game on the Nintendo 64, if I remember that right. And the Pokemon Trading Card Game, which was in one other article that I think I covered, did come out for the Europe area, but now it's coming here in the US. Now, everybody remembers the old Pokemon Trading Card Game. This is more or less what you're going to be doing in this game, is playing the trading card game, how it was in the old days. Back in, I think it covered up to base set 2. And that's really, really old. But It was nice that they did have it where you can try the demo for the new Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, but that's if people got a hold of it. If the demo isn't out, oops, sorry, I got it wrong. Mewtwo will soon be joining the ranks of the Super Smash Bros. Fighters. Nintendo announced that the Pokemon's entry in a special direct focused on Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. According to the announcement, those who purchase both the Wii U and the 3DS versions of Super Smash Bros. Will be able to download Mewtwo for free. It's still currently in development, but downloadable codes are targeted to be released in spring 2015. Mewtwo is a notable Pokemon from the early days of the long-running franchise with psychic powers. Nothing about Mewtwo's moveset is yet known, although it's likely that its moves will be centered on its psychic abilities. It is about frickin' time that they brought him back. And I do say him. The news article and other sources refers to Mewtwo as a her, a she. You're wrong. If anything, you referred to Mewtwo as a him or an it, because they want us to forget when they first introduced Mewtwo, it was kind of a guy-ish voice, or mental voice. Do not refer to Mewtwo as a she, because from what I've read, apparently the animated series reintroduced Mewtwo and had a female voice. Now, I don't know about the Japanese version of the original Pokemon movie where Mewtwo struck back. I never got a chance to see that or hear it to see if the voice was done by a woman or a girl. But I know here in America, Mewtwo was voiced by a guy. And when they apparently brought him back, they voiced him with a girl. So it's like, what the hell is wrong with you? But I am happy and glad that they are finally bringing back Mewtwo to Smash Bros. He has been gone for a long time and always been replaced by some other Pokemon that more or less has the same type of moves that he did. But the only downfall I see to this is that you have to purchase both the Wii U and the 3DS versions of Super Smash Bros., which is going to be a pain in the ass for some people. I mean, you think people who have the 3DS version and wants to play as Mewtwo want to get the actual Wii U copy and have to get a Wii U system? No, they don't want to do that. I mean, hopefully Nintendo will have Mewtwo available to buy separately as a download. You know, even if they had to charge at least a couple dollars to download them, because not everyone's going to be getting both versions. Sony has announced that The Last of Us Game of the Year Edition will be available for PlayStation 3 on November 11th. Currently only announced for Europe, though we're working to find out if other territories should expect to see it. The repackaged title includes the Left Behind prequel DLC, Abandoned and Reclaimed Territories multiplayer map DLC, and the harder Grounded mode difficulty setting. Anyone wondering why this edition of the game is only hitting PlayStation 3 should probably remember The Last of Us Remastered is the definitive edition of Naughty Dog's apocalyptic adventure released exclusively for the PlayStation 4. Why are we getting another Last of Us being re-released? I mean, I know they had the standard Last of Us that first came out for PlayStation 3, and then they had a remastered version, which included most of the DLC, for the PlayStation 4. But now we got a third version of the game that's coming back to the PlayStation 3 called the Game of the Year Edition. I mean, they should have just included this and had it released the same time the PlayStation 4 Last of Us Remastered came out. It would have been a lot easier. Now that the PlayStation 4 is almost a year old, Sony is getting ready to roll out an update that brings with it a number of usability features. Included in Update 2.0, users will find a redesigned home screen, new data backup options, a USB music player, and themes. The content area, the part of the home screen you find recently used items, is getting an overhaul. It will now show the 15 most used games and apps, with the remainder found in the library. You'll be able to sort your collection of games and apps by type, alphabetically, by most recently used, and by installation date. You'll also start seeing suggestions for players you might know. That's where you'll also find heat maps of what your friends have been playing. Update 2.0 also adds the ability to play MP3, MP4, M4A, and 3GP files from USB drives. The option to play these will appear when you insert a thumbstick or drive. The USB drives can also be used for data backup and restoration. For PlayStation Plus users, you'll be happy to see that you no longer need to install monthly games. Instead, you'll be able to add them to your library, binding them to your account. That way, you don't have to worry about hard drive space for new inquisitions. For those tiring of the light blue background, Update 2.0 brings the ability to change to one of 7 additional colors: gold, blue, red, green, purple, pink, and gray. Themes are also coming in this update. Sony has not yet detailed when the update will be available. Now, while that is a whole lot of stuff to try and go through, there's just one slight problem with that last sentence. See, Sony has revealed when the update is available. And that is when we're going into the next article. Sony has revealed the release date for PlayStation 4's System Software Update 2.0, codename Matsunumi. The official PlayStation Twitter account confirmed that the update will launch on Tuesday, October 28th. The update is to be quite substantial, including several new features like a new USB music player, background themes, easier new friend finding, and much more. So as you can see here, the new update 2.0 for the PlayStation 4 will be happening this week on Tuesday, October 28th. So let's go back to the previous actual article where it has the details about what's going to be in this 2.0. So there is going to be an overhaul as far as your home screen. It's going to be posting or showing your 15 most used games and apps. Not used games, used games, the games that you've used. The way that they put this to make it sound like used games. And I don't know what the heck this little, I guess, heat maps of what your friends have been playing. I don't know what the hell that means. I guess it's just more or less telling you what your friends have been playing, which is what they've been posting on the home screen for a while now. Also with this update 2.0, it's going to have the ability to play MP3s, MP4s, M4As, 3GPs, which I'm guessing is maybe some other country or other audio files, using USB drives. So I'm guessing there's going to be some kind of app that you can download with the update where you can actually play these. And it's going to be a little easier for PlayStation Plus users too, because apparently you won't have to constantly install monthly games for the PlayStation Plus membership. Instead, you'll be able to add it to the library and actually be bound to your account. So you don't have to worry about deleting previous free games and losing them because it wasn't bound to your account. Now it is, just like it is for the PlayStation 3. And then the final thing that they included is apparently new backgrounds are going to be available, some different colors, and themes are going to be in the update too, although there isn't much details as far as the themes themselves, which I'm guessing are going to be about the same as the PlayStation 3. You can actually get different themes probably from the PlayStation Store. But this is a lot of stuff for this update, but there's one thing that is missing, and I think that's that little game sharing feature, where you can actually play with people without having the game. I thought it was supposed to be included with this 2.0 update, but it's not even listed here. So either they're waiting to release it, or they're trying to fix it, or maybe it's going to be a surprise for the update. Microsoft has announced that it will be dropping the price of Xbox One consoles and bundles by $50 beginning next week. The deal extends to all versions of the console, including the first version with a 1 terabyte hard drive. This temporary price drop will be in effect at most retailers. This holiday, Microsoft is offering a standalone console for $349. The Assassin's Creed bundle with and without Kinect, $349 without, and $449 with. the Sunset Overdrive bundle for $349, and the Call of Duty Advanced Warfare bundle, $449 with a 1TB hard drive. The offer expires on January 3rd, 2015. So it has finally happened here in America. The Xbox Ones have dropped down in price, but this is only a temporary price drop. This isn't going to stick around. This is going to start, what it says here, beginning next week to January 3rd. So this is mostly targeted for Christmas shopping, it seems. And it is going to be in effect for every Xbox One, I guess, system and bundle. So it includes the standalone system, the Assassin's Creed bundles, which is the ones with and without Kinect, the Sunset Overdrive bundle that should be out starting tomorrow, I think. Yeah, the Sunset Overdrive bundle should be out tomorrow, but this deal doesn't start till next week. So for those, if there's any more of those bundles still around by then. And also the Call of Duty Advanced Warfare bundle. With the Advanced Warfare bundle and the Assassin's Creed bundles, those who pre-ordered it, would that mean that they're now getting it for cheaper? I was hoping that they would maybe do a bundle for the Halo Master Chief Collection. It seems like that's not going to happen now. As a consolation, I would take the Call of Duty Advanced Warfare bundle, even though the Advanced Warfare game would probably just be a straight download. Now, let's go into the major new releases for this week. First, we have Disney Big Hero 6 Battle in the Bay for the Nintendo 3DS and the original DS. Power Rangers Super Mega Force for the Nintendo 3DS. Assassin's Creed The Americas Collection for PC, PlayStation 3, and Xbox 360. Lords of the Fallen for PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. Farming Simulator 15 for PC. MX vs. ATV Supercross for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Danger of the Ooze for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. WWE 2K15 for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, considering that the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One version is delayed. I don't know why that happened. NBA Live 15 for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, if anybody even wants to pick up that. The Unfinished Swan, PlayStation 4 and Vita, which is probably just going to be a download. Monopoly Plus for Xbox 360, probably another download. Sunset Overdrive for Xbox One. Well, that's it for this episode of Action Video Game Talk. Once again, thanks for joining me today, or tonight, or whenever you're watching or listening to this episode. I will have the separate clips up for the news articles later on if you want to check those out. Down below, I'll have the link for the Facebook page if you want to check that out and go over there. So until next time, bye.